Hello and welcome. You're watching Property It's Hot with me, Vasudha Sharma. This is your weekend magazine for hot real estate trends, promising locations, beautiful homes, and expert talk. Here's what's coming up on the show today. Gurgaon's Dwarka Expressway gets moving. Top 5 construction updates coming up. An exclusive conversation with the new chief at the National Housing Bank on his game plan for low-cost housing. And in our home decor space, the subtle glamour of fashion designer Preeti Ghai's beautiful home. The upcoming Dwarka Expressway connecting Delhi to Gurgaon has seen a large real estate market grow around it with A-grade developers and premium housing. But this highway itself has been a work in progress since years. But recently, things seem to have picked up pace. We are taking you through the entire route of the Dwarka Expressway for the top 5 construction updates. Under the winter haze, things seem to be warming up on the long-stalled Dwarka Expressway. Gurgaon's Urban Development Authority, Huda, has scaled up construction of the 18-kilometer Dwarka to Manesar Expressway in recent months. And January 2016 is going to be a big month for this project, as the 1-kilometer pending stretch inside New Palam Vihar is due to get unlocked.
Firstly, the oustees of Dwarka Expressway who were supposed to get plot allotments are likely to get the allotted plots very soon. They were preferring Sector 110A for their allotment, and that sector has now been cleared of all litigation. The government has got all the clear land in Sector 110A to allot. They were all to be done by 31st of January in fact, but it may spill over to March by the time the government allots the plots to them.
Earthwork is also in progress on many portions that were freed after the legal settlement of 2015. Huda is also paying attention to branding this prime real estate area. New gantries have come up in recent days, welcoming commuters and property buyers. Maximum action can be seen towards the second half of the expressway, where a critical railway overbridge is being built. Ever since May of 2015, when the legal case over the Dwarka Expressway was settled, Huda has been in full swing trying to complete the construction of this railway overbridge in Sector 37C Gurgaon. Huda is now estimating that within the next few months, this flyover to NH8 will be ready. Once this railway overbridge is ready, the Haryana side of the Dwarka Expressway will be a seamless travel. But while Haryana has been proactive these past few months, Delhi has disappointed on its side of the expressway. The Dwarka entry of the expressway is still to be acquired by the Delhi Development Authority.
The good news is that the UD Ministry has told the DDA to start negotiating directly with these landowners of this 1 kilometer, because under the land acquisition policy there is a direct negotiation provision also. You know, Haryana on their part has spent already 3,000 crores to get this 18 kilometers up and running. If just for 1 kilometer on the Delhi side this whole Dwarka Expressway cannot be used, it's very unfortunate, because over here on one side the NGT is hell-bent on getting the government to decongest NH8. And if just 1 kilometer of a stretch can hold up a decongestion effort of 22 kilometers, it's very sad, and it's been 10 years.
The Bijwasan flyover inaugurated last month was supposed to smoothen access to the expressway. But of what use is this flyover when the entry to the Dwarka Expressway is still to be cleared by the DDA? With camera person AJ Joseph, Vasudha Sharma, NDTV. From Gurgaon, we move to Bengaluru. The city in charge Minister of Bengaluru, KJ George, recently announced the revival of the Satellite Town Ring Road project that will connect all the satellite towns of Bengaluru. And areas like Hoskote and Kanakpura are expected to benefit the most. Lakshmi Sivadas reports.
The hum of manufacturing units will greet you when you enter the villages of Vidadi or Magadi in Karnataka. An hour's drive away from Bengaluru, these two industrial towns are the other face of tech capital Karnataka. Towns not usually on home buyers' lists, but one they can consider soon, courtesy the Karnataka government, who have revived the idea of a satellite town ring road project.
government is again reinitiating the program of ensuring to decongest the city and to grow in the peripheral areas of the city. These are connecting some of the largest industrial belts around Bangalore. It's huge impact from that perspective. Automatically, if there is an industry growing in these satellite areas, then automatically there's demand for retail, residential, and other aspects of real estate.
The Satellite Town Ring Road project is a 380 odd kilometers long 4-lane road that will connect 8 of Karnataka's satellite towns or industrial centers. It will connect those industrial towns on the outskirts of Bengaluru to the city via state or national highways. Towns that it will connect include Magadi, Kanakpura, Ramnagara and Doddaballapur. With the development of the ring road, experts expect these towns to resemble mini Navi Mumbais.
People like to move into these places. The only problem the people face is the travel time. The connectivities are very, very poor. This is something which we got to see in Mumbai when Navi Mumbai was formed in 1972. You see the changes. It's itself a city by itself now. There's so much of development there. It has also helped Mumbai to decongest a little.
Homes in these towns are priced anywhere between 2,500 rupees a square foot to 5,300 rupees a square foot depending on location. However, not all areas provide apartment options. Top developers like Mantri and Provident Housing have projects in Attivele and Kanakpura Road. In areas like Bidadi, however, plotted developments are more common.
Now the big question is, will the government be able to fulfill its promise 10 years after the project was originally proposed and after the costs have increased by at least 3 times? From Bengaluru, Lakshmi Shivdas for NDTV.
Now, there is a lot of talk about how the central government and the real estate industry is going to meet their promise of housing for all by 2022. Apart from land, technology and speedy approvals, the challenge of accessibility to home finance for the low-income group is equally important to overcome. And to this effect, the new chief at the National Housing Bank is fully prepared and confident about taking on the challenge. In an exclusive conversation with the MD and CEO of National Housing Bank, Sriram Kalyanaraman reveals how the new credit-linked subsidy scheme is going to be the backbone of the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana.
First is, I would like to start with the credit-linked subsidy scheme. It's form of a unique scheme in the sense that probably for the first time in the country, we have a 6.5% subsidy, which is with some income cutoffs, 3 lakhs and 6 lakhs income. But if you look at it, barring probably Bombay, where there's really high cost, it would suffice to most of the other cities in the country. And the effective rate for a customer is probably, if you take today's rate at 9.5, it's going to be 3%. And in some of the states, the biggest advantage of the scheme is, when NHB worked it out with the HOOPA, one, there is no loan limit. If there are people who are going to combine and if the credit policies allow them to combine the income and probably take it, it's fantastic. You could go ahead. My subsidy amount is limited. Two, there is no interest rate cap. If you look at most of the previous schemes, there is an onward lending interest rate cap. We have deliberately kept it because we realized the low cost housing needs a little bit of flexibility with the financial institutions. In fact, I still remember when we first walked and met the banks as well as HFCs on the scheme to explain one of meetings, the first thing is it's too good to be true. And one of the schemes where we have also said it's a women empowerment, because the scheme has that the property women should be a joint holder, if not the primary holder of the property. So there is an inbuilt safeguard built there. So NHB has taken it very actively, and we signed about, I think today we have 133 institutions. With some of the larger institutions, we have already disbursed 50 crores or thereabouts. So we think this would be a game changer. The other aspect, if you say, on Housing for All is clearly how do we help the supply, right? Now, one of the reasons, if you see the below 10 lakh loans, if you take as a up to September, has shown a little bit of decline compared to last year, both on the bank side and on HFC side, purely on number of units, forget the value. Now, how do we increase? One, all these measures will go towards increasing it, but we need to also work on a lot of supplies. So we also did CLSS, actually CLSS and other workshops with some of the building associations. We did it with CREDA and MCHI in Bombay. We are trying to do it with other associations. So it's going to be whatever help we could give, while we don't regulate them, whatever help we could give, can we be a bridge between the governments and even the builder associations to facilitate it. We need to iron out a little bit of more process. For example, how do I do a deduplication which is very robust? How do I prevent the same person from taking from two banks, because there is going to be a time gap. So in fact, I've just said, and working with the credit bureaus, how we would populate this data into credit bureaus. Because the moment we do that, the deduplication logic of the credit bureaus are quite high and quite accurate. So we would prevent the same customer from getting a second benefit, or probably a same customer from taking advantage of the holes in the system, right? So we would do that. Third, some of this one is the money limited, which is the worry. Will you suddenly, we will put a claim and you will say money has run out. So we have said, don't worry. We will get you the money. Please do it. Please reach the houses to the segments and please do that.
And with that, let's take a breather. Coming up on Property It's Hot, we visit fashion designer Preeti Ghai's glamorous home in Delhi. Welcome back to Property It's Hot. On our Beautiful Homes feature this week, we are visiting the Delhi home of fashion designer Preeti Ghai. Her home offers stunning examples of how to balance glamour and bling with the traditional elements of India. So come, let's give you an exclusive peek into this beautiful home. Fashion designer Preeti Ghai is a woman of many talents. Her flair for elegant designs is well known in India and overseas, but closer home in Delhi, her other design passion, interior decor, is on gorgeous display. Preeti's labor of love is her home, especially her living room, a space of stunning design contrasts that are beautifully blended together.
I'm inspired by peace, and it's an amalgamation of Moorish and a lot of Indian touch with, Buddhas and Banaras Ghats being my inspiration for my living room, and subtle with a hint of glamour in terms of accessories. So I am a designer, so obviously I'll get inspiration, but I travel a lot, but still I'm truly inspired by India and its culture. Little, all done at home. It's not like any designer outside has not been this thing. I've done with my local carpenters.
The living room is bathed in gold all over. It's a color that has a timeless appeal and a calming effect. The living area shimmers with life thanks to the generous use of glass and mirror.
Your house should have that different zing and your appeal. And for that, I think these candles scent a good fragrance, fresh flowers, and beautiful backdrop music of maybe Om Mantra or something really adds, the peace to your house and that positivity. That vibration is very important for a home.
The dining area is equally grand, a deep color scheme and accessories that reflect light from the candles that Preeti loves as her centerpiece. A person of great taste but not brand conscious, Preeti has rare artwork of India's local artists proudly adorning her walls.
Yes, I'm very, very fond of local art. I'm not too much into just branded paintings or something that we've really seen. I travel to different states and I pick up their peculiar art, and of course Buddha was an inspiration for my living room. But I love the Banaras Ghat feeling also, which is purely very Indian.
Despite a busy design career, Preeti is still a hands-on homemaker who never compromises on family time. So even as she designed her home's interiors to be grand and glamorous, her house still exudes a warm and welcoming vibe that puts her teenage sons at ease.
I love my bedroom, which has a lounge to it, where me and my children and my husband spend good quality 2 hours at least a day. So that's my favorite area, because there we unwind totally and we are ourselves, and if he likes to have a drink, then he'll have it there. And you know, it's got a rotatable TV, which is an advantage. So we just do, if we want to hear some music, music is also there. He has his bar in the room. So it's a perfect corner to just be happy and be ourselves, and we switch off our mobiles that time and we're just as a family together.
The master bedroom is chic in creamy white with hints of gold in the accessories. The grand bathroom is again completely her brainchild, very modern with a relaxing zen-like feel. And with such a stylish mother, her design influence has surely rubbed off on her teenage sons. The bedrooms of her twin boys are in unique color schemes, reflecting their individual personalities, which they ideated with their mother. When Delhi's weather is pleasant, evenings are spent with friends and family on the terrace lounge. Preeti shows how when you love what you do, beauty and creativity flows effortlessly. Her home is her temple of love, which she tirelessly curates with passion. A masterpiece of Indian essence with modernity, this home stuns in every corner. With camera person S. Arun Kumar, Vasudha Sharma, NDTV. Winters are a beautiful time to enjoy the comfort and warmth of our homes. And what better way to get all cozy and snug than a warm fuzzy carpet under our feet? Let's help you pick out the hottest carpet styles trending today.
Bring color and cheer in your homes by throwing these vibrant rugs on the floor. If you have an ethnic taste, go for these vintage woolen carpets with traditional silk motifs to create a poetry on your floor. These are Persian qaleens, embroidered with silk motifs and Iranian design patterns that lend an air of sophistication and elegance. Go for this exquisite black and gold silk carpet from Jagdish Store's Maharaja collection, priced at a steep 2.25 lakhs to give that royal edge to your living room. This Herati patterned hand-woven wool carpet with bamboo silk is one of a kind and makes a bold statement.
Play with the carpets. Now the carpets which was not, rugs were not in fashion last from so many years. Now again the rugs has come in the fashion. So rugs with the oriental designs, with the silk and the wool feel.
If your palette is more modern, add an element of quirk and fun by going for these pop colors and contemporary designs. These trendy rugs add that extra zing to your living spaces, and you can complement them with subdued walls and furniture.
Rugs are now in the fashion, and those rugs are from 1.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs rupees, 7 lakhs rupees per rug, and the size of the standard size of the 8.5. If you go 9 by 12, then the price will be about 5 lakhs rupees a piece. Kirman design and the Kasan, those are two good designs which are now have come. But the colors are now beige and white are more in fashion.
To ensure your carpet retains its glory, you must clean them periodically. Vacuum clean carpets with thick piles. Thin piled rugs should be cleaned weekly with a soft brush. Opt for natural detergents over chemical washes. Antique carpets should be gently hand-washed by expert cleaners. Dry cleaning carpets is strictly avoidable. Carpets should also be aired in mild sunlight few times a year. In case of a spill, use a damp cloth and blot your way in towards the center of the spill. Carpets bring texture to your space and instantly add a touch of class and royalty to the room. So why wait? The right choice under your feet could make you feel on top of the world. With camera person Regimon, Bureau Report, NDTV.
And that brings us to a close on Property It's Hot. You can share your feedback and questions with us at hotproperty@ndtv.com. We'll be back soon with more hot trends from Indian real estate. Until then, have a good weekend. Goodbye.